lady.
I wasn't planning on it either, but then I realized the water in your city is nigh undrinkable. I have a feeling I might patronize you for the remainder of my visit.
And how long will you be visiting?
Oh, 3 or 4 more days. May I take the bed?
Oh, of course, my lady, whatever you wish. I had a feeling it would be more suitable for someone of your presence.
Those little round things, are they supposed to be chairs for Drider?
Ah, indeed. I had them specially ordered.
They look like coffee tables.
Very comfortable for the legs. I could put you in contact with my furnisher. I'm sure she would be able to make one for your proportions.
Driders are meant to cling to the walls, to webs. All this open space, and you choose to hang a chandelier and crowd your patrons on the floor, close to the mud, like humans.
It's rather fashionable here in the city. Besides, you can hardly expect the wait staff to climb up the wall with a serving tray.
Can't you?
I'll leave you to enjoy the music. Shall I send up a gin and tonic for you?
Stay.
What?
Stay with me. That cabinet is stocked, isn't it? Make me something.
As you say.
You deal with the 2-legged ones. Humans, elves, orcs even. They rule in the courts of this city, no?
They elect their rulers. And like all kings, their mayors are constantly in need of money. Money to pave the roads, money to pay the firefighters and the school teachers, and most of all, money to be elected once again.
They bribe their subjects.
They bribe some of them, the powerful ones. And of course, those who supply them with money can become quite powerful in return.
But how can you stand it, treating them as equal?
May I speak plainly, my lady?
You may.
Do you regard us as equals?
No, I don't. I think you're a grimy little opportunist who'd scrabble down a sewer drain if you thought there was a gold coin at the bottom. You've forsworn any dynastic honor to become a glorified barmaid. While we're speaking plainly,
I think you'll find if you have no money and no family honor, it's easier to acquire the former and leave the honor to my daughters to achieve.
Daughters, yes.
They can pretend that we always had money.
I do have to respect that, on some level. What kind of Drider is supposed to get along without more than her mother had? And there you see my problem. When you're as close to the top as I am, there's not much room to grow. The obligation of legacy can become gargantuan.
Bigger web, bigger problems.
I'll drink to that. What is this?
A shrunken skull.
What a delightful name. What's in it?
Lime juice and grenadine, mostly, and a touch of the house venom.
So that's where the tang comes from. My compliments. No wonder your drinks are so drinkable.
Well, I've always had a sweet fang. And the humans, well, they just think the drinks are strong. Then they start thinking the patrons are hitting on them, and then we stick 'em to the wall.
They're the menu,
so to speak. Easier than hiring courtesans, and enough of them wander back in that I don't lose any sleep over it. They like it. I think it's the attention. All those beautiful women leering down at them, stroking their hair, asking what they're drinking, ordering another for them.
They must remember their natural place in some way.
I wouldn't disagree.
And what of the green one down there?
Ah, yes, Freya. She is a specimen.
I didn't know you could fit that many muscles into a uniform.
Would you like me to send her up?
No, I don't bite anything that bites back. What is it doing here?
She is learning.
Learning? I'm surprised it can. Learning what?
How to run a bar. She's opening one for me on the west side. Smart girl, vicious temper.
The Drider virtues.
She used to be a bouncer at my nightclub, but it was a tragedy to waste so much potential. Today she's mixing drinks. Tomorrow she'll be my eyes and ears in Greentown.
And you would have eyes and ears all across the city then?
Just so.
Interesting. But before you go, who's this little wall ornament? Seems almost out of place to have just a single human on the wall.
Well, this fly was buzzing around for the local paper.
Reporters.
Always attracted to manure, and I like my public profile as it is.
What profile?
Exactly. So imagine my distaste when I found this one snooping around. So after they managed to tangle themselves in my web, I decided to leave them right where they landed. As a snack, perhaps.
A snack, you say? So you don't mind if I
would be offended if you didn't, my lady.
You are dismissed. Solitude. To be completely alone. Going somewhere. Deadlines to meet, perhaps? Deadlines. What a turn of phrase. Some lines, if you cross them, you're dead. Relax. We're just talking for now. Have you ever seen a Goliath Drider? You've got that look on your face like you haven't. You don't get much of my kind in the city. Mostly I see the other kind, the ones who stop growing around centaur size. Probably for the best. It's so easy for me to miss humans underfoot. Astonishing how small you actually are. Bug-like, in fact. I don't see many humans willingly jumping out of third-floor windows. So your position on the wall must seem like quite the drop. But to me, well, even mounted on a web, and you're still not eye level with me. Didn't you ever wonder why Wyler kept a room fit for a giant? Look up at me. Let's talk, face to face. There you go. You might be glad that you did. What a funny story this would be to write about, my little reporter. Be sure to describe my eyes as pale rose. A gossip rag called them red once. Do you think you can remember that for me, sweetie? Best jot that down. You don't have a notepad, do you? Always come prepared. You must have something, don't you? Ah, how charming. Is that what you were doing before I arrived? No wonder you haven't managed to escape with twiggy little limbs like that. Ah, and such pretty bite marks on your throat. Wyler must be very generous with the house venom. And how do you like Wyler? Is she the perfect host? Does she serve a strong drink? Do you want to know what I think? Off the record. I think she's soft. Poke her in the tummy and her legs curl right up. Whatever was she thinking, keeping you alive this long? Going to save you for later? Hardly. A Drider of her size could hardly manage eating you. Such a difficult decision. What to do with a nosy human? Where I'm from, a two legs disappearing, well, it doesn't even make the papers. But here, I think someone would miss you. People could go asking questions, making trouble. No matter how much Wyler pays off the city councillors, they can't allow too many disappearances, can they? After all, what is that charming bodyguard for? To protect the Driders from the humans? I think we both know who needs protection and from whom. Oh, look at that. You got an arm free. Let me get that for you. Hold still, hold still. It'll all be over soon. Such a cold wall. The chill you must be getting from the outside. Let's wrap you up, nice and snug. Keep you warm. Bunny is playing by a tree. Crisscross the tree. Try escaping me. Bunny ears, jumped down a hole. Fell into my trap, and you're never going home. There. Snug as a bug in a rug. With such a pretty bow, too. I think you'll make for a fine present. No more struggling now. I've decided not to decide. I'll be here a few more nights, and I believe you will be too. And I think you'll find I am, in fact, large enough to eat you. Oh, if I could put the smell of your fear in a bottle. You humans have the loveliest musk. I'm glad I still have the touch. I was wondering when the abject terror would set in. You're sweating. You're actually sweating. Is it because of my mouth just now? When I get all close to you, my lips close to your skin, making the hairs on your neck rise up. Ah, oh, why thank you. Those are called fang studs. I had them pierced during my rebellious phase, and it's been my vanity ever since, although my first set was 6 gauge. Oh, to be young again, when I could walk through the town without everyone scurrying away like cockroaches. Now I have to get them custom made, 2 inches in diameter. You wouldn't believe how fast I go through jewelers. Do you like them? Why, yes. The gems do exactly match my eyes. They were my grandmother's, back when crowns were still in fashion. I've never been able to find garnets in this shade, not even small ones. And look at these beauties, the size of quail eggs. A perfect pair. And I do enjoy the glitter. Not as showy as a diamond necklace. I like that they're hidden away until I'm very, very close. Are you flirting with me? Why? Has it not occurred to you that flattering me might be more dangerous than hanging there on the wall? I could take you home with me. I could make you my thing, my servant, my pet. Things don't end well for people who fall for me. Because they don't, okay? Enough said. Shut up. I'm going to lay down and listen to the music. You bore me, human. You bore me with your questions. You don't have any answers. Aren't reporters supposed to have answers? That was a rhetorical question. I can't believe you're actually trying to interview me. You've put me off my appetite. I don't even want to eat you anymore. All right. If you tell anyone, I'll swallow you whole. I'll find you. I will cook you, and you'll be gone. And I'll get away with it too. I'm not joking, I will eat you if you tell a living soul, and I'd probably eat them too. I'm looking for my daughter, my biological daughter. She's someone else's daughter now, I guess. I had to send her far away. She must be, about your age by now, I guess. Well, somehow I had hoped I'd just spot her. I made some inquiries, certain threats, bribes, the usual. Managed to see half an address. Half. She lives somewhere on 4th Street, but finding a Drider on 4th Street is like finding a needle in a haystack. Well, She's going to hit her growth spurt soon, and I thought I was going to die when I was her age. I didn't know anyone else like me. My bones hurt. My body was changing so quickly. I was so scared then. And now I'm just starting to realize that it might not be too late to do something about the worst mistake of my life. It's useless. She might be down there on the club floor right now, and I wouldn't know. Only in fairy tales do the princesses have convenient birthmarks. No such luck for me. Or she might want nothing to do with me. She probably shouldn't. I don't know. I might even be wrong about the address. Or she's half a world away. I don't know much. She'll be small for her age. Small for a Drider. A little over 5 feet, maybe. Maybe. She might have gotten the family eyes, but that's no surefire thing. The family resemblance is usually strong. Usually. I don't stand a chance. What do you mean I don't stand a chance by myself? What does a reporter know about finding missing people? I think I may have answered my own question there. But you're just trying to get free, aren't you? You'd run away the second I turn you loose. What's in it for you? Do you want money? What do you want? $1 million reward for finding her. $1 million is a lot, right? Okay. Good. Very good. I've never done this before, you know? The whole gumshoe thing. Can I help somehow? No, you stay here tonight. I want your company, and I don't know if I can trust you anyway. I keep going back and forth, but I can't help but think maybe this meeting was destiny. I didn't know I had another chance coming my